Along with the rest of the country, Meghalaya today observed the National Press Day to commemorate the institution of the Press Council of India. The Press Council of India was instituted on November 16, 1966, as a quasi-judicial establishment to ensure that Indian journalists are not driven by any influence or external factors. In Meghalaya, the Press Club of Shillong, with the support of Meghalaya Directorate of Information and Public Relations, also observed the National Press Day in a benefiting manner at program held at Shillong Club with strict adherence of COVID-19 protocol. Meghalaya Information and Public Relations Minister James P.K. Sangma, who graced the occasion through online as the chief guest, lauded the role played by Meghalaya media in providing accurate information during the COVID-19 crisis in the state. Sangma also termed the journalists of the state as frontline warriors who risked their health at the cause of journalistic professionalism. The minister also informed that the state government has been able to ease the problem of clearing the newspaper bills through the single window system. Speaking on the occasion, Matsudor W. Nongri, Meghalaya Information and Public Relations Secretary, expressed deep appreciation to the journalists in providing accurate information relating COVID-19. She also sympathized with the family members of the journalists who felt victims of COVID-19. Addressing the gathering, Dr. Chayanika Sarma, consultant psychiatrist of Supercare Hospital Shillong, encouraged the journalists of Meghalaya to stay positive so that it will enable them to work effectively. She also said that the journalists must learn how to control their mental health and do not fall to any substance abuse as it may harm them in long run. She said that it is better to spend few moments with their families and friends and also talk about their problems with their near and dear ones, which will help them ease their stress. Speaking on the occasion, Shillong Press Club President David Lightplang highlighted the plight of the journalists during the current pandemic and asked the state government to come up with a roadmap to help them.
During the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on the media, and has, matter of fact, invited Dr. Chayanika Sharma, the consultant psychiatrist of Supercare Hospital, to address the issue of mental health on this important day. The UN Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres, recently declared that no one can take the place of the media during this pandemic in providing the public with information and analysis and in countering rumors and distortions. I am unquote. This is such an important statement that he has made. He basically underscores the importance of the press and the media in providing reliable and accurate information about COVID-19 and undertaking independent critique of responses to the crisis. We have all seen how damaging and detrimental misinformation can be, especially during a time like COVID. While journalists, along with other frontline workers, have been at the forefront of the fight against the pandemic, little is spoken about the impact of COVID-19 on the mental health of journalists who, along with the healthcare professionals, perform an equally important task in the fight against the pandemic. A global survey of 1,400 English-speaking journalists in 125 countries found that the COVID-19 crisis has had major psychological and emotional impact on the members of the press fraternity. In fact, more than 80% of respondents exhibited at least one negative psychological effect, including anxiety, burnout, difficulty in sleeping, and a sense of helplessness. Whether it's burnout from working extra hours, mental stress on account of layoffs at many news publications, David had mentioned in Meghalaya also, or countering misinformation spreading on social media platforms. The health crisis has placed extra pressure on an industry already facing multiple challenges. The pandemic has compounded these challenges while generating even more uncertainty. Most journalists are now working from home, unable to meet with colleagues, sometimes contacts or subjects. Some are overwhelmed with responsibilities and as they attempt to deliver news timely,